Women's attempt to steal truck thwarted by her inability to drive stick shift.
Oof.
Colorado woman's attempt to swipe a truck was thwarted. She was left stumped behind the wheel.
New York Post.
Also was holding the map just in the front car.
Just smash.
She was in the passenger seat just holding where the wheel shot it should be. You know what I will say, though? This is obviously the most like Curb music playing of all time. But also on the topic of... See, I drive stick. I don't know if you're a stick man.
I've driven stick. I've never had a car that was stick, though.
No, you've definitely not been a stick man. Seen this guy's figure?
Stickman?
You do drive stick? You can?
I can, yeah. I haven't driven stick in a long
I mean, if you can drive stick in New York, they let you be the mayor. You know what I mean? No one does it.
Yeah, unless you're like driving some fancy car here or something.
Stick is better.
I mean, I feel like a lot of cars don't even come in manual anymore.
What?
Like I feel like.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought the other way around. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like a,
No, they're phasing it out for sure.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like you're doing it for the shtick.
Well,
a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's funner to drive.
It is so much better. I out of like my 15 years of having cars, probably 12 of those years I was a stick guy.
Yeah.
That being said, I was probably not the best thing for me because I was always like eating, doing phone calls.
Sure, yeah.
I told you the one time that I knew that I needed to tone myself down was I was driving on the Don Valley Parkway and I had a dongle that you could go on the internet and I pulled my computer out and I was in traffic and I was sending emails. Oof. And then a guy started beeping at me. He's like, "What the fuck are you?" He saw me. I was in the front seat sending emails in my car on the highway. And I was just, and this is a stick shift.
Called multitasking.
I remember being like, okay, I'm probably getting a little out of control here.
Oh, yeah.
But I was definitely known to doing... That's why people say I'm a bad driver. It's just like, well, yes, it's the seventh thing I'm doing right now.
Honestly, one of the most... I've been on like crazy roller coasters in my life, and nothing's more frightening than sitting in the front seat of you driving.
Well, if it's the only thing I'm doing. It's just I'm generally doing 5 or 6 other things.
Yeah, I understand. I understand what's going on.
I'm doing Kegels.
You're meditating. You're just like...
Doing
like, can you open your eyes?
I'm meditating. I also have to do the window if it's raining.
I mean, I've driven with you so many times. I've never seen your hands touch the wheel. It's
I don't touch the wheel with my hand.
Me driving.
That was my ex-girlfriend got so mad because I drove from fucking Toronto to Guelph without touching the wheel once. She was losing her mind. I was fucking so good with the knees.
Yeah.
I never touched the wheel once from Toronto to Guelph, and she was losing her mind.
Yeah, I was not a fan.
She's like, "I'm gonna fucking get out of my car." I was like, "Don't hate me because you hate me." That being said, all of these skills a little bit are being phased out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It is unfortunate to be like 70 years old and being like, you grew up being like, a real man can read a map. Like, you know how good I am at reading a map, and you're just like, yeah, we have all of that on our phone, and they're just like, because there's so many things, you know, even I would say, well, I guess this is still like you building, you know, having people put stuff together to you is sort of a bitch move, but it's really easy to pull off. You know, you find a guy in 5 seconds.
It's easy. Everything's just so convenient now.
Basically what happens is the guy comes, he puts the shelf together for you, and then you go stand against it, and your girl fucks you with a strap on.
You hide in the bedroom while he's doing it, and you go, "Is it safe to come out now?" There's
not going to be any debris.
No debris.
But there is so many old people skills like maps, you know, changing an oil, Cybertrucks. We don't even do that anymore.
No.
Fixing
changing the oil is unless you
a lot of those skills are becoming useless, man.
Yeah, unless you have. I see people in the city washing their cars a lot. That is still I see popular.
Okay,
like people who are like, which is really fucking annoying in New York City, because if you're walking and then you're just walking down like some street and you're getting sprayed because some guy's washing his car and like
that's true,
not stopping, and you're like, you just get auxiliary spray.
Well, I guess washing your car, I'm not really putting in that category. I'm thinking more about like driving stick shift. They're phasing it out. They're phasing out having to use maps. That's almost irrelevant now.
Maps are completely irrelevant.
Right. Can you think of any more on that?
I mean, if I had to use a map, I would be not like I could obviously use it, but what a nightmare that would be. I mean, I think now, like, how many times you have to
remembering
stop?
Phone numbers. Some people used to pride themselves in their ability to remember phone numbers.
I mean, you had to. If you didn't remember them, I guess you could write it. You had a Rolodex.
Yeah, you had a Costanza with all your phone numbers in there.
Yeah, but I guess you didn't need your numbers while you were out, so it didn't really matter. You needed to know a few of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it is a little bit getting phased out, but still hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
how classic can you get?
Yeah, I mean, some people people like to work on cars and stuff. I don't. It's changing your own oil. Like it's like fucking $30 to go get someone to change your oil and don't get a mess.